it's Malaya. For this video, I created the makeup look which Kim Kardashian wore at the 2019's Met Gala. So at this particular event, her makeup and styling team did a sort of out of the ocean, fresh from the ocean, dripping, wet kind of look. First things first, I already moisturized my face off camera, and then I use Smashbox Photofinish Primer Pore Minimizing. So I apply this to the areas of my face where I feel like my pores are larger than the rest of my face. So this primer not only minimizes the pores, but it also prolongs the wear time of the makeup. For the base, I'll be using Makeup Forever Ultra HD. My shade is Y245. So if ever I'm gonna go to events where I feel like I will take a lot of pictures, this is my first choice for a foundation because it looks the best in photos. I did apply a thin layer of foundation initially so that I'll be able to calculate the amount of coverage I need and it won't look that cakey. Since this will be a sort of smoky, dramatic look, I will be adding a second layer to achieve medium to near full coverage. And then I use a buffing brush to blend it all out. I already did my brows off camera, but if you want a tutorial for brows, I do have a separate video about that and I will link it down in the description box below. For the next step, I'll be using MAC Studio Conceal and Correct palette, the shade Medium Dark. So this next step is a makeup technique that exploded because of Kim Kardashian. The advantage of contouring is that it makes a face which looks dull and flat, looks sculpted and structured and slimmer. Take your time in blending so that it will look like a natural shadow. Contouring has been around for ages and ages. It has been used by makeup artists a long time ago. But it has become a trend because of Mario, who is the makeup artist of Kim Kardashian, and Kim Kardashian herself. To highlight my face, I use Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. My shade is light. So I use a shade lighter than my skin tone. I applied it under my eyes to hide the dark circles. And then the sides of my nose. And then the chin. And then the forehead. And then the bridge of my nose. I also applied a tiny amount under my cheekbones or under the contour in my cheekbones to make it look sharper. You already know the drill. The next step is to blend it all out. To set my contour, I'll be using Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette with the lightest contour shade. Under normal and everyday circumstance, this is what I usually use, this powder contour. But since today is not a normal circumstance and we're trying to be Kim Kardashian, the queen of contour, so we're using both the cream and then the powder after. Let's now move on to the eyes. I apologize in advance because I forgot to record the first step. But this is the shade I use, Tickle from Huda Beauty Nude. And I use this as transition shade. Then the second shade I use is from Jaclyn Hill palette, that shade. I applied it on the outer V of my eyes and then at the inner corner. And then I use a clean brush to blend out the edges. And then I took a smoky shader brush to pack the color more on the outer V and then in the inner corner. And then I used the Ever Bilena waterproof eyeliner in black to tight line and also to line the lower whatever. And I also applied on the lash line. And I smudge it with the sponge that it comes with on the other end of the pencil. Then I used a pencil brush and picked up the same shade from Huda Nude, the Tickle, and smudge out the lower lash line. And then a smoky shader brush with the shade from Jaclyn Hill palette to smudge out the eyeliner. To achieve the wet look for the eyes, I'll be using Diamond Bomb from Fenty Beauty. This is actually a highlighter, but I don't use it to highlight my face because it looks glittery and very chunky. But for the eyeshadow, it looks so pretty. I use my finger to apply this in the middle part of the eye, and then eventually I use a brush because it was easier. After curling and applying mascara, I also applied fake lashes from Miniso off camera. I think the blush that she used looks similar to this one from Tarte, called Prim. And then for a highlighter, I use Benefit Dandelion Twinkle and applied it on the high points of my face. Another very Kim K look is a nude lip, which I don't have. So I just use whatever lipstick I have. So for the outer part of the lips, I use Urban Decay's Matte 1993 Lip. And for the inner part of the lips, I use Wet n Wild Bare It All. And to make it look glossy, I topped it with NYX Mega Shine Lip Gloss in Baby Rose. Of course, the body has to be glowy also, so I used NYX Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in shade Pure Gold. And I also used the Fenty Beauty Diamond Bomb All Over Glow in the shoulders and in the, what do you call this? The thing here. I don't know what it is called. Yes, and I wasn't able to record that, but there it is. So here's the final look. The color looks maybe slightly different, but you know, the look and the feel is there. So hope you like this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you again on my next videos. Bye!